What's up, everybody? Toby Guy here, back with Twitter Tuesday. Use the hashtag TWESDAY every Tuesday, and I will be taking your questions and answering them in video format like this. We're going to cut to the chase and get right into the questions. First question is, what do you think of Goldust's return on Monday Night Raw? If you didn't see it, Goldust returned, and he actually lost against Randy Orton. But I thought it was fun to see Goldust. I always like Goldust. I think he's a great talent. I think he's a really good mid-card guy. I think when he was around fighting Roddy Piper and stuff like that in the Backlot Brawl, also he had a lot of cool stuff with Ahmed Johnson. Goldust is a unique talent. I think he's fun. I think he can be used on the mid-card very well if they choose to use him like that. I think he's fun. I think he's awesome. I think he's great. And it was fun to see him. It's always fun to see guys return. Whose entrance are you most looking forward to? This is WWE 2K14. Let's go right into it. It's got to be Goldberg, because from what I hear in the rumor mill, I think it's been announced, but I'm not going to quote that 100% because I can't find the instance where I heard them say this. But they're supposed to have the knock on the door for Goldberg's entrance. Even though he never did that in WWE, they're going to put it in the game. It's just kind of one of those things to have in the game for it to be fun. So if they have the whole knock on the door, full entrance like in WCW, that will be awesome. I'm looking forward to that, and that is something that will be awesome. Continuing on with WWE 2K14, what is the first thing you will do when you get WWE 2K14? Well, the first thing I will do is play 30 years of WrestleMania. Reason I will play that is because I really want to unlock everything in the game, and I really want to play the mode and get it done with, so I don't have to go back to it later. I like to finish off the main storyline first, but probably ultimately the first thing I'm going to do is just play a match. That's what I usually do. I get in, play an exhibition match to see how everything goes, and then I will play the 30 years of WrestleMania mode. Do you think that WWE 2K14 will be the best WWE game so far? Probably. The roster is looking amazing. It looks like it's going to be a really great, expansive roster, so that is going to be something that's going to be awesome. I know people like to say No Mercy and Here Comes the Pain were the best WWE games of all time. But honestly, I really like WWE 13. I think the controls are good. I think it's fun. I mean, it's a little bit on the easy side. I mean, I could adjust the sliders if I choose, but I haven't done that. I think that year after year after year, the games get better and better and better. 2K14 will be the best so far. And if you still think that it's not, you can always go back and play Here Comes the Pain. You can go back and play No Mercy. Go back and play them. But I do think that this is going to be the best roster and the best graphic-wise of WWE games that we've ever seen. Do you want WWE 2K14 to have DLC or have roster updates like the NBA games have? The difference between the NBA games and the WWE games are, I know they do the character models in the NBA games, but when you have a WWE game, you have to do so much more than just make a character model. You have to do the character model, you have to do the entrance, the theme, all the stuff that goes into it, the move set. Everything has to be perfect, and it takes a lot longer to have a guy than it does to just do a little roster update. I know it would take some time for them to do a roster update as well as do DLC, but I don't think that we will see roster updates. I think it would be something for the future that would be awesome. Like, I could say, you make one game every couple of years and then do a lot of roster updates, but that's not the way they're going to go. They're going to have the roster that they have now, do a couple DLCs, I think 2 or 3 probably, and they'll stick to that same formula. Which match in 30 years of WrestleMania mode are you most excited for post WrestleMania 19? And I actually went through this and did a little bit of research, and I was thinking, you know what would be fun to play? And as much as this match kind of sucked, I would really love to play Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, just for the fact that the fans crapped on this match, and if they could get the audio from that and put it into the game, I think it would be so much fun. So that's the one that I'm looking forward to, although I would love to play the Triple H, Benoit, Shawn Michaels, but that's not even going to be in the game, so it's got to go with that one. That's the one I'm going to pick. This one's a two-parter. Do you think WWE is coming out of the PG era? I don't think so. And have you seen Jeff Hardy Blade? My mate wants to know. He's obsessed with Jeff Hardy. That's a tough one. As far as the PG era goes, I don't see them coming out of the PG era. I think it's a good publicity thing for them, and the PG era works perfect for their style And I think it's fine. I think they still have great matches, great storylines, and stuff it's fine. It's fine. The PG Era is fine. As far as Jeff Hardy bleeding, it's very hard, but I went and actually Googled this question, and I think that he has bled during some matches in TNA with Abyss, and that's about it. I don't ever remember him bleeding in WWE. I don't think he was in a lot of cage matches and TLC matches, but he really never bled in any of those. I think it was one of those Monster Balls or Full Metal Mayhem matches that he did in TNA with Abyss. Do you think the likes of Biggie Langston or Justin Gabriel will ever be world champion? As far as a guy like Biggie Langston, I could see him possibly being world champion. Justin Gabriel's really, really far off. It's one of those things where these guys need mass character development, some kind of breakthrough that they need to have to make them world champion material. Biggie Langston could if he had a manager or a mouthpiece, maybe Paul Heyman or something. But it's just these guys haven't had their breakthrough moment. They haven't had their pipe bomb, their CM Punk, their Stone Cold Attitude Era, Austin 316 moment, that kind of thing. They need moments like that to make them, and then I could see them being champions. But right now, the current way they are, I don't see it happening. This is a fun question. Tony, I'm in a small indie promotion. I'm getting stale responses lately. Any suggestions to spice it up? Big heel, by the way. This is what I want you guys to do. If you want to help him out, leave your comments below talking about this. How can he get more heel heat? What I'm going to do is give you a few little tips here. I'm not a wrestler, but this is what I know from the events that I've been to, from the experiences I have gotten at indie shows and at WWE events. Number one thing, if you really want to get heel heat, if you want to get cheap heel heat, I'm assuming it's in your hometown. All you got to do is talk bad about the hometown. If there's a sports team, knock on that. If there's something going on, hey, they're all rednecks, say something about that. All you have to do is do that, and you'll get cheap heel heat. It's so easy. You know what is popular in the town. If it's like a football team, that one's really, really easy. You just say, hey, this football team's crap, and then people will boo. Another fun thing to do if you want to go heel, you got to go after the children, the little kids. Those are the ones that really, really care. And if it's a really small, like, indie promotion, which I've been in, which has basically like 4 or 5 rows of chairs around the ring, and that's it, just pick on the little kids. It's fun. Pick on the kids. Throw his hat. Do something stupid. Don't get violent, but, you can have a little leeway with the fans. Just, mock them. You just make fun of them, and that's what people like. If you're really, really good at talking, if you're good at making fun of people, that's what you got to do. When you're in a small indie promotion, you got to go after those little kids. Those are the ones that cheer the most. Then, like I said, the sports teams, the cheap heat, that's the way to go. But that's all I really know as far as we're talking about small indie promotions. There's a lot you could do when you get into bigger, but as far as like cheap heel heat, those are some things that you could do. Again, guys, give me some tips in the comment section below. I want to see the comment section blow up with all the advice on how to be a good heel. But if you're not going to have the in-ring promo time, again, talk about sports teams, talk about the town that you're wrestling in, and then make sure that you pick on the little kids. This is all the stuff you do when you're coming out to the ring. I have a lot more stuff I could do. Low blow, use foreign objects, hide behind the ref. Stuff like that is fun, but let me know your guys' response in the comment section below. Again, this is Twitter Tuesday. If you're not following me on Tuesday, what does that even mean? If you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you do twitter.com/TonyPizzaGuy. Anyway, guys, Tony Pizza Guy, right out.